Hey Gearfax friends, today I've got a rare and unusual one for you, the Casio CTK-650. I've never seen one of these before and it doesn't really fit the mold of your typical Casio keyboard, old or new. For a start, it's general MIDI with MIDI sockets at the back, so that's your 128 basic general MIDI sounds. I've been through them and they're surprisingly good quality. One digital effect here, which is basically reverb on your whole mix. Quite a harsh but not completely disagreeable sort of reverb. You can choose from rhythms and tones here, 128 of each, and magical presets, and these are quite interesting. So let's go into that one. We're on number 5 at the moment, and that gives us instant control over a complex rhythm pattern here. And there are 128 of those to choose from as well, so let's run through a few randomly. Dramatic. So as you can see, they're not all complex rhythms. So let's speed right through to number 60. These are the synth ones that I haven't even tried before. How weird and interesting is that? I'm really starting to like these. Let's try the next one. So despite being essentially a home keyboard, this one is borrowing a lot of sounds from much higher end keyboards of its time, which I think is great for the new millennium because we can still sample these sounds and use them in elaborate ways with external sequences utilizing the MIDI in function on this keyboard. Let's listen to a couple more. We have some that are tone cycle too, which is quite interesting. It's actually playing a different voice for each of the notes. So different timbres for every key, but they're all in chromatic sequence. That is a really interesting idea. And again, I'd point out the potential that this machine is showing with an external sequencer. So here are our tones, the 128 sound general MIDI list. There's nothing particularly surprising there. There's nothing that punches above its weight in terms of quality. It's perfectly fine. But this is what we've just been going through, the magical presets, and that's where things do start to get quite interesting and venture way outside the normal general MIDI format. I've just noticed 116 through to 119 here, arpeggios. Pretty rare to see any kind of arpeggiation on keyboards of this era, so let's give it a try. Okay, so they're just quick one-hit arpeggios. And they do synchronize with the tempo, which I'm now raising to 160. Let's try the next one. so again the CTK-650 is giving us something interesting to work with. And it doesn't end there, we've also got sound control pads. These are a bit like the Yamaha keyboards that have quick spot effects and phrases. This one goes a bit deeper though, because as you can see across the top here, we've got 32 pad variations. So I'm assuming that's 32 groups, each of which will have different sounds for the 4 pads. You change through the groups by holding down a pad and then pressing plus and minus. So the first setting is this. But there are some cooler ones, like electronica. And drum sounds. I'll just try that with the digital effect off. And perhaps most interesting of all, we can use these 4 pads as controllers. If you have a look at 30 and 31 here, they will control the pitch of whatever you play. So I'll just play a C chord here. Okay, so I guess that at least partly makes up for the absence of a pitch bend wheel. So if we choose a tone, say 80, classic synth lead sound, and pick a rhythm, setting it to Casio chord mode so that we actually hear some bass and other instruments there. Let's start that one. So there you go, it's only the second time I've had a go at improvising on that particular rhythm, and again we see the CTK-650 doing things that are much more complex than what we would have thought. So overall I have to say that I'm really pleased with this keyboard. It's very interesting, so I'm going to clean it up and do another demo for you guys with DAW recorded high definition sound quality, and we'll try to pull out every trick that this keyboard has to offer. Thanks for watching Gear Facts, thanks for liking, commenting or subscribing, or for clicking on any of the links I'm showing you now, and they will take you to some other videos that might interest you. Feel free to leave a comment, guys. I do try to reply to everything that people send to me, and I look forward to seeing you next time on Gear Facts. That's the Casio CTK-650.